What's up, everybody? It's Scotty H. Welcome back to another edition of the Philly Fan Frenzy. Here to talk about my preview and my thoughts for this week's upcoming game against the Kansas City Chiefs. So, without much further ado, let's get to it. All right, big thing. This is a mentor versus protege game. Andy Reid, Doug Peterson. They call the game pretty much the same way. Who do you think Peterson learned that from? That's right, Andy Reid. For those of you who don't remember, Doug Peterson was Andy Reid's first quarterback in '99 before Donovan McNabb took over. So he also hired him as a coach with the Eagles, moving all the way up to quarterback's coach, eventually being his offensive coordinator in Kansas City. The difference, in my opinion, is Doug Peterson's a little bit more aggressive with his play calling, which I enjoy, which I like. I like him going for it. I like him trying to put points on the board. I think it's good for the players. I think it's good for the team. I think it's good for Philly in general. So we'll see what happens with that. So my keys to the game. Got to contain Alex Smith. Cannot give him time. The front seven has got to get pressure. Kansas City's offensive line is tough. I mean, they're a tough offensive line. That's why they've been good in the AFC for the past couple of years. One of the reasons. So we can't give Alex Smith time. We got to continue to get pressure. We got to get on him. Got to hit him. Got to get him uncomfortable. Got to get him outside the pocket. Try to make him make plays on his own, because he can't do that. He has shown that throughout his career. But you give him time, and he will dissect you, just like he did to the Patriots this past week. So front seven's got to get to him. Got to create turnovers. Got to get pressure on him. Got to get sacks on him. Got to get him in the ground. All right. If we can't do that, and he's able to get the ball out to Kareem Hunt, biggest thing is we got to gang tackle that guy. He gets to the second level, he could take it to the house on any given play. The kid's tough. You guys seen it last year. 246 yards from scrimmage. That's unheard of. I don't care who you are. That's a monster kid. All right. So they got to get after him. They got to gang tackle him. He's got to be hit at the line of scrimmage. He's got to hit, but be hit as soon as he touches the ball. He cannot be allowed to break tackles. Tyreek Hill. I think our cornerbacks are going to have to do another bend don't break type of scenario this week. Mainly because Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill are two of their better players at their given positions. So Jalen Mills is going to have to keep Tyreek Hill in front of him and not give him that big play. Also, the safety's going to have to come down and lay the wood. They're going to have to hit him hard and often. It's just going to have to do that. So, I don't care if they take a penalty here and there, because they're going to have to get these guys out of their rhythm, because if they get rhythm, this offense can be deadly. All right, for us. I know Alshon Jeffrey and Torrey Smith did not have good statistical weeks last week, which is fine, because you know who did? Zach Ertz and Nelson Aguilar. Yes, that guy. They had good statistical weeks last week, and that's because Torrey Smith and Alshon Jeffrey need to be paid attention to by defensive coordinators, because you leave those guys open, they're going to take it to the house. It's going to happen. And eventually they'll get their stats, they'll get their catches, they'll get their yards, they'll get their touchdowns. But until that happens, they're still being paid attention to by other defensive coordinators, which is good for our other weapons, for Darren Sproles, for Zach Ertz, for Brent Selleck, for Trey Burton, for Nelson Aguilar. That's good for them. That's good for us. It's good, and it's good that Carson Wentz is trusting them and taking them shots downfield. Only thing Carson's got to do is those short routes, he's got to hit them in the chest, or over the shoulder. You can't throw it over the head. And on those deep routes, throw it long. Torrey Smith is fast enough to go catch it. Go get that thing. All right? So Carson Wentz, I'd like to see him throw the ball a little bit deeper and hit those guys in stride. Front seven, like I said, they got to continue to get pressure. I see a bit. Like I said, their offensive line is good. Our O-line has to start opening up running lanes. They have to. And Kansas City's front seven is no joke either. They're tops in the AFC. They're right up there with, Denver and the Steelers. They're right there, if not better. So our offensive line has got to keep Carson Wentz upright and has got to open up some running lanes. Blunt didn't have a very good statistical week last week. Sproles had a good pass catching week to an extent. I'd like to see Corey Clement get used a little bit more. I'd like to see what the kid's got. I mean, he's built like Blunt, but he runs like Smallwood. So I'd like to see what he can do. Hopefully he gets a couple touches this week, especially with Donnell Pumphrey out with a hamstring injury. Also, I'd like to see Doug Peterson call more of an even game. I mean, we had 39 pass plays and 24 rushing plays last week. That's not a good number. I'd like to see that more around 35 and 30. I'd be happy with that. You know, if you want to throw more passes, that's fine, but you gotta establish a running game, and we need to do that. And that's going to be the key to this game, I believe, is controlling the clock and controlling how much time the Eagles have the ball. Running and gunning ain't going to beat this team, in my opinion. For my prediction, unfortunately, as much as I want to be a homer, I just can't right now. To me, Kansas City's got the edge, especially coming off a big win against the Patriots, the returning Super Bowl champs. In a slight edge, I got to give it to the Chiefs, 24-21. Like I said, a couple plays go our way, we could win. I hope I'm wrong, but I got to be a realist here. So you guys got any questions, comments, please hit me on Twitter at FanFrenzy. And I'd like to know what do you guys think is the biggest key to victory in this game against the Chiefs? Hit me up. You can hit me on Snapchat, Instagram at ScottyH302, or like I said, FanFrenzy on Twitter. Love to hear from you guys. Please like, share, and comment. I appreciate the love. Later.